Hi, my name is Glenn Weiss. I'm the manager of the public art program for the City of Boynton Beach.
How long have you worked for the City of Boynton Beach?
I've worked for about 10 months, and it's been a really great experience to get started here.
And how did you become interested in working for a municipality?
Well, I'm trained. I'm an artist and a planner and an architect. But I became always very interested in the arts, and that's what I wanted to do. But the arts is not the most particularly stable field. And also, it's rather kind of, isolated just within the arts. And so what appealed to me about municipalities was both economic stability of a job, and the second thing was the ability to have a larger influence on the arts that are part of the community and how they're part of the community, both from the artist benefits and from everybody else who enjoys the arts.
Tell me a little about what you do as a public arts manager for the city.
So myself and about 400 other people in the United States have this kind of job. Some cities, like Boynton Beach, have determined that public art, that's sculptures and murals and other things that artists might make, like cool benches or light posts, really enhance the city and make the city a better place to live and attract tourists and visitors to the city. So what I do is I work with the Arts Advisory Board and other city departments to determine what kind of art and where that art would take place in the city, such that it would achieve these goals to enhance our place. And then I work through the whole process. It's very cool. You get both interview a lot of artists, what they might do for a particular project, see their work, and then after the selection is to work all the way through with them. It can take up to 2 years for a project that's a large project, for the artist both to design the work and then to fabricate the work and then to install it within the city.
And you've worked for a few different government agencies, right? Can you just go through some of the agencies you have worked for, and then talk a little about what you do right now for the city? What your typical day looks like?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been fortunate. I've been able to work for a few agencies in South Florida, such as Coral Springs and Pompano Beach. I was trained in public art. I first started in Seattle, Washington, which is one of the hotbeds, you might say, of public art experimentation. So on a daily basis, in a way, I'm an office worker. And I determine contracts. I look at artists' work. When it comes in, it's rated, it's controlled. I manage the arts board, so I have to prepare their minutes and their agendas and lead them through their discussions. But on the other hand, I get to have those times when I need to be out and talking to artists and meeting artists to convince them that Boynton Beach is the right place to do their work, because that's not always the case. Artists are also picky in terms of where they go and what they do.
What's your favorite part of working here?
The staff at Boynton Beach is very friendly. And so it's a very pleasant place to spend your day. And the public arts, sometimes public arts within government are somewhat accepted within the whole government, and sometimes not. And Boynton Beach has a very positive attitude toward the arts and has been very successful here in Town Square with a large number of sculptures that are now outside in the community. There are more than 80 artworks throughout the city of Boynton Beach, including those that are private buildings and in public buildings. So it's been very well supported.
And finally, what advice do you have for others who would want to get involved in government or work for a government agency?
So if you want to, you have to connect yourself to government. Let's say to myself, the way that I got connected to government was that I had to apply for grants as an artist to do work. And so then I started learning that connection, what the governments do, how do they provide services. And so I kind of educated myself just by meeting people and going through the process several times about what a government does. And I think that's the best thing to do, is to kind of find a way to get in touch with the staff and what they do and work with them. If you're in the arts, to reach out and to say, hey, could I volunteer for an event? Could I come to an arts board meeting? Can I kind of see what happens and learn that process and then see if it's right for you within that? Now, one of the most important things you have to learn in terms of the administration is always good to be a great writer.
All right, sounds good. Do you have anything else to say?
I do. Government, especially municipal governments, are great places to work. They are really one of the few places in the world that you can really help improve the communities you live and work in. And I really think that it's a great honor to be able to do that kind of work and reach out to different groups, bring people into the government itself, make the government feel like a friendly place to everyone, because it is our government. And we are just the workers that make that government function for you. And so I really think of it as a duty and as an honor to do this kind of work.